Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review and demo using a brand new concealer to my collection. It is not new to the drugstore, but it is new to my collection and I am pumped about it. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I think a lot of people will have this and a lot of people love it. So I had super high hopes and spoiler alert, it did not let me down. So if you want to hear all my thoughts about this guy, then just keep on watching. All right guys, let's just jump right into this demo. We are doing a full review and demo using this guy right here. I've heard so many good things about this concealer. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. They have two different concealers that look almost identical. I believe the other one though has a black lid. This one has a white lid and then clear packaging tube. So if you guys are unsure, and just try and remember the hydration part for this one. A few videos back I reviewed this guy here. This is the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream in a Concealer. And ever since I reviewed it, I've been using it every single day because it's so hydrating and nice under the eyes. So I'm wondering if this is gonna be the same kind of deal, because this is a hydrating concealer, but a lot of people say it has a lot more coverage than most hydrating concealers tend to have. I decided to get the shade Light Beige. Reason for that is I feel like I wanted something a little bit brightening under the eye, and then transitioning into fall and winter, unfortunately I'm gonna lose this lovely tan that I've acquired this summer, so I decided to go a shade lighter than I think I am. Okay, so just to give you guys a little bit of a shade reference. So this one here, this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo in Light Beige. Then the middle one is my Shape Tape. This is like my usual winter shade that I've been using, and I get the shade 22N Light Neutral. And then the one over here is a little bit more warm. This is the True Match Eye Cream in a Concealer, W34 Light. So it's kind of like an in-between of these two, which is really nice. So I think it's gonna work really nicely. This has definitely got more peach in it, which helps with color correction, and I think that's why I love it so much. But we'll see. If this is definitely grabbing a lot more warm tones, but we will see. So I just wanted to give kind of a little shade comparison. So if you are my shade, this shade here, which is the Light Beige, would probably be a really good match. So I'm just gonna apply as I normally would. I mean, I kind of do like a triangle motion. Let's just do this side first. I just want to see a little comparison. So this is how much I put. I always bring it up in this area. I wear eyeglasses, and it just gets dark in that area, so I always bring my concealer up there. I'm using my beauty blender to blend it out. Ooh, definitely a lot more thick than I was expecting. Okay. Wow, this is like definitely very brightening. So I'm gonna bring my whatever is left on the sponge kind of on the eyelid. And then I kind of just go around and buff out those edges so it's not like totally. So I like that a lot. All right, so here you have concealer. No concealer. Like, holy cow, what a difference. It really brightened up the under eye so much and just lifted it right up. Guys, I have a very good feeling about this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side here. Just the same exact amount. Also gonna do the center of my face. Wondering if this is going to be too light to cover that blemish. I might use another concealer for that, just because it's right on the side of the face. Like, it's not going to work for a highlight. You know what I mean? Definitely blends out really nicely. I also bring residue down with the bridge of my nose. I don't like adding concealer right on my nose. I just find it doesn't work for me whatsoever. So I just bring residue down, and let's get this side. It's definitely a lot more full coverage than I expected. I just feel like I put too much on. I know it looks a bit weird right now, but it will kind of work itself out. I'm just gonna go ahead in with a little bit of a darker concealer to conceal my blemish here. Just gonna do this very quickly. All right, guys, so here is the concealer on both sides of the face. I think this side got a little bit too much product because it's really looking very concealed, let's just say. But overall, I'm really liking it. I'm gonna go ahead and set it right away because it is a hydrating concealer. I don't want any creases or anything like that. This is my daily setting powder, so it's nothing new. This is the Derma Blend Illuminating Banana Powder. It's my absolute favorite. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. I don't bake, just an FYI. So I just apply everywhere that I applied my concealer, just like a light amount. Whoa, see, like that's too much for me. I'm just taking a little brush here, just dusting it away and kind of pushing it in. All right, so that is the concealer set. I really like the way that the setting powder worked on top of the concealer. It looks really, really flawless and really just like I look so awake. I think the reason why I'm blown away by this concealer right now is because I've been using a much lighter coverage concealer lately, the past, I would say 3 weeks almost. So I think that's why I'm like, whoa, this is a lot of coverage. Like it's really like looks amazing. So I think that's one of the main reasons, but overall though, it really applied very nicely. A little goes a long way, so you definitely don't need that much product. It's very similar to the Tarte Shape Tape in the sense that you don't need a lot of product to get the coverage that you want. So a little does go a very long way. I noticed that on this side I must have applied more than this side because it was like a little bit, not more difficult to blend out, but it was like a lot more product to blend out. So just something to keep in mind, a little goes a long way, which is actually a very big plus. Packaging wise, it's very, very comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape in that sense as well. It's almost the exact same size. It has the exact same size doe foot applicator. So I honestly am really happy with this so far. I'm gonna jump off camera really quickly, finish the rest of my makeup, and then hop back on and talk a little bit more about it. The only hesitation I have right now with this concealer is that with these two guys, which are my go-to throughout the winter fall months, is the Tarte Shape Tape and then the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear concealers. These are full coverage, just like this one here, but they're a little bit more on the natural to matte side when it comes to a finish. They're not overly hydrating. So I really got in the hang of concealing all the way up in here and then bringing it onto my eyelid, which I think gives such a great finish to the skin. It makes you look so awake. But the only issue with this one here is that I'm noticing already I have very oily eyelids and I've already set them with the powder and I'm noticing some creasing in there. So that's the only thing that is kind of a bummer because I do like to go in with concealer just over my eye. Most days I don't even wear eyeshadow and I just go to work. You know, sometimes I pop a little bit of bronzer in my crease, but so that's one thing to kind of keep in mind with this guy here is if you have oily eyelids, maybe don't use it to conceal that area like I just did. But underneath the eyes, it's looking absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna jump off camera, finish my makeup, and I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. I just finished my makeup. I'm really happy with it. If you want to see the full IGTV, it'll probably be up tomorrow on my Instagram. So go check that out. Just like a very easy shimmery eye look that you can wear if you have like, you know, some meetings at work and you want to look good. This is an easy, like, took me 10 minutes. Let's get into this Hydrating Camo Concealer. I am loving it. The rest of my makeup applied really, really nicely on top. I mean, it's only in certain areas of my face, but so far it's staying put. You may know, you may not know, I have normal to oily skin, especially in the T-zone and on my eyelids. I tend to get very, very oily, but I still love hydrating products. That's just what works best for me, and that's why I gravitated towards anything really that says hydrating in it. So I'm very excited that I grabbed this one instead of the other one. So the other one is actually their 16-hour camo concealer, and then this one is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. So the other one has a black lid as opposed to white like this. Very, very similar. They're actually comparable in the same concealer, just different formulations for people who have either oily or dry skin. So this one is more targeted to people who have normal to dry skin. But like I said, I have normal to oily skin and I gravitated towards this because that is just my preference, is to have hydrating products. So kind of keep that in mind when you're choosing which one you want. So this guy here actually has 25 shades in the line, and there's 26 in the regular camo concealer, which is really great. Both sides, 26, 25. That's two really awesome shade ranges for concealers from the drugstore, which is amazing. So one thing that is really nice about e.l.f. is that they actually separate their shades in kind of like categories. So basically how it works is when you're on their website, and I believe they actually do this in stores as well on the displays, is they separate it so that you can kind of toggle around and figure out what shade you want to be. So if your undertone is cool, it'll kind of bring you the cool tone concealer shades that they have, and warm and neutral, etc. Light beige does fall in the warm category, which doesn't surprise me because I do pull warm tones. So it is classified as a light with golden beige undertones, which is exactly how I would classify my undertones. So that's really helpful when you're kind of navigating their site and trying to pick out your color. And then if you want, you can go to the drugstore and pick it up there, or you can order online. Online, it goes for $6, and at Shoppers Drug Mart, it is $7. And I also have found it at Walmart. It is definitely full coverage. Like I said at the beginning of the demo, I would love to have Tarte Shape Tape and then the L'Oreal True Match Concealer to have a baby, and this is literally their baby. They had a baby and it was born, and it is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, because this really truly has the exact same coverage that the Tarte Shape Tape gives, but it is so much more hydrating under the eyes, which I really like. It's just a lot more comfortable. I can see myself wearing it more days in a row, because sometimes I had to switch out my concealer because it was just so heavy and just caused a little bit of dryness under the eye, which I typically never have problems with dryness, but Tarte Shape Tape sometimes, when I was wearing it too many days in a row, would kind of cause that for me. It does say that the wear time is all day. I will keep you guys posted down below and let you know how it does, especially with creasing and whatnot under the eye. I set it pretty much right away, so that should definitely help with that. I also do have it kind of as an eyeshadow base, and then I went in with another eyeshadow base as the shimmer, and then some shadow to kind of like keep it all in. So we will see. That is definitely my biggest kind of worry, is the eyelid area, because I do like to bring my concealer all the way around. So that is really gonna wrap it up. So far, I'm, as you can tell, very excited about this concealer. I think it is a winner. I'm excited to have it in my collection. I don't know why I've been sleeping on it for this long. I've seen a lot of people that I tend to have like the same gravitation towards makeup use it on YouTube and love it, and I just never grabbed it. But then when I tried the e.l.f. foundation and loved it, I was like, okay, I want to try more skin products from them. So I'm definitely glad I grabbed this one and highly recommend it, guys. I really think this is going to be slotted as a new favorite because it is really great. I might even get a second color to help with blemishes, because it's a little light to be doing concealing on blemishes, but overall really happy with it. It totally brightened, lifted, and everything that I would want in a concealer under the eyes. This guy is getting a 2 thumbs up. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review and demo. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.